Guys, you will never guess who is back with us. A lot of shit has gone down, and I feel like we owe you guys an explanation. A lot of big events have gone down since our African-American friend Chayce was last on the podcast.
They needed the voice of reason to come back, so I decided to make an appearance.
Yeah, he was preoccupied with a couple things. As you might have heard in the news.
Oh, God. Here we go.
First off, there was Charlottesville.
Oh, my God.
Which Chayce was heavily involved in. As was I on the opposite side. And then we had, of course, the famous verdicts in St. Louis.
Oh, my God.
With Anthony Lamar Smith. And of course, Chayce had to take a week or two off of work to, destroy black businesses and riot a little bit,
I made sure
the typical black response.
No, I made sure a couple honkies worked there at least,
Yeah.
I made sure, I took them out. Just
I think it's helping. it's really turning the tide.
Pretty class act.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I hate you sometimes.
I would too. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, of course, It's pretty well known that Chayce has also been signed on with San Francisco. So he's been having to take a knee like every other day.
It's more of a daily ritual.
Yeah.
I kind of just
Yeah.
any flag I see, I just take one knee.
I mean that's helping too. It's doing a lot, I think. But yeah. Anyway, welcome back.
It gets you mad, so it makes me feel good on the inside. So
I just think it's stupid, but we might get into that a little bit.
We'll talk.
Maybe.
We might touch on that just a little bit.
There's been so many black.
Start on a relatively light note.
Yeah, let's start off with abortion or rape. Just ease our way in.
Yes, please.
Two topics that everyone agrees on.
Very unifying topics. Then we'll move on to Donald Trump, Messiah?
Question mark?
Hell no.
Born in Iraq?
Period. Messiah, period. There is no debate.
Oh!
He is Jesus incarnate.
We're fucked.
Zach, we're going to have a talk with you after this.
Yeah.
But, this is episode 18 of the Circle Jerks.
Wow.
I've been gone for a long time.
Yeah, Chayce hasn't been here since, I believe, episode 14. But he's back. He's back in black. Back in black!
I've always been black, so
ACDC over here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Chayce was white to begin with, but then he started identifying as black.
So the pigmentations were like, all right.
His parents gave him melanin treatments. Or melatonin.
It's melanin.
Okay, well, it's melanin.
Yeah,
don't second guess me.
That's the shit you used to go to sleep.
Slut.
I will beat your ass.
You fucking drug-addled whore.
Claritin.
Yeah. He before the podcast, Justin literally emptied a whole full bottle of Claritin into his mouth and chomped down and just ate it. I don't know how he's alive.
That didn't happen.
We're gonna have to pump his stomach.
I wouldn't die.
You would definitely die. You would OD on that.
Do we really have to pump his stomach though? Can't we just let him sleep it off?
He would not wake up, Chayce.
I feel like that's a better solution.
I feel like you're just trying to get rid of white people. You're trying to eliminate the opposition here. What's your end game?
You caught onto my play. That's end game, yes, but that's far down the line. Don't worry your pretty little head about that.
Okay. Well,
I might spare you. Actually, no, you're like the first to go.
First to go.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm surprised.
Well, no, I wouldn't.
That's another reason I've been gone for 4 episodes.
Yes.
I needed a release.
Yeah.
In Charlottesville.
Oh my God.
Anyway, one of the topics I wanted to talk about this time is bad movies.
Bad movie.
Oh, we can tell you about a bad movie.
Me and Justin saw the best movie I've ever seen recently.
Best 2 hours of our lives.
I went to see it 6 more times after that.
Which one are you talking about?
Is Mother with Jennifer Lawrence in it.
And Javier
Bardem.
I have not heard good things about that movie. That's
literally one of the worst, probably the worst movie that we've ever seen.
We were going into it and it was like split reviews, and we're like, oh, I wonder why it's split reviews. Like, it sounds good, like it's got good, like,
Jennifer Lawrence is hot. That's
you gotta see her. You gotta see her tits multiple times. Yeah.
I gotta go see this movie.
No, you don't.
I mean, don't waste your money.
It's not worth it.
Okay, so just wait until the nudes leak out on the internet.
This movie is so promising because not only is it Javier and Jennifer, but it's like Michelle Pfeiffer and like Ed Harris.
It's the guy that directed Requiem for a Dream and Black Swan, which are great movies.
Okay.
Right, and it was supposed to be one of those like mindfuck movies, like
which I love mindfuck movies.
Right, you don't expect what's coming. Okay, literally the worst movie I've ever seen. Like Cabin in the Woods, bad.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
That
it was
torturous to watch.
It was horrible.
Boring as
fuck. Like literally, it was just like one big stumbling metaphor that didn't wrap itself up like at all. Like there was literally things like that were prominent. Like there was like medicine that Jennifer Lawrence took through the movie, and like you see her like dumping it out in the toilet.
She would have like these headaches where she get like screeching noises in her head and shit, and then she would take this medicine and she'd be fine.
Yeah, it was like this.
They never
powder.
touched on that again.
Didn't even bring it up. You were supposed to assume what it meant. Or,
well,
that was, the whole movie was
basically. Spoiler alert! I mean, you shouldn't watch this fucking movie.
Don't watch the movie.
But spoiler alert! This was all supposed to be a metaphor of Jennifer Lawrence being Mother Earth and Javier Bardem being God. I did not get that through the entire movie. I thought it was all just a metaphor for their marriage crumbling.
Right.
Which, I mean, looking back, we should have picked up on it and like all the biblical stuff that was involved because
Adam and Eve were
Adam and Eve, and then
the guy, then Cain and Abel, and then
literally,
like, I get it.
His sons came in.
Stupid.
One son killed the other, which was supposed to be Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
But like. And then, of course, they had one of the controversial scenes towards the end was that
there was like
Jennifer had her kid, and
that's when the big cult because like her husband was a writer and like
he was a poet.
As soon as he found out that she was pregnant, he like could write again, and he wrote like this book.
Yeah, it was like his inspiration.
And all of a sudden, like he had this cult following, and they were all at his house because he invited them. And he was being.
They
selfish.
literally made like a religion based on him.
There was literally a scene in the movie where Jennifer Lawrence didn't want to give the baby to Javier because she was afraid that he was going to take it. So they just stared at each other for like 3 days.
Yeah,
until she fell asleep.
You saw the sun, just like the sunlight pour in, and then it was gone, and like 3 times.
I looked over to him. I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Numerous times. And there was
that makes no fucking sense.
No sense at all. None of it did. There was like 21st century metaphors, like. And the worst part of it all was Kristen Wiig was in it.
Yes, the worst casting of the movie.
Like I love Kristen Wiig. I'm like, oh my god, Kristen Wiig's in it. Like she's weird. She's not in movies like this. Like I wonder how she's gonna be. She ends up being like the publisher for the poet, his publicist. And she's like, oh, talking about like book tours and stuff in one scene. And then in the next scene, she's got a fucking like a hood on and she's got 2 Glocks in her hand and she's like assassinating people like
left to right. She assassinated like 8 people out of nowhere.
Bam, 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 just like killing people. It's like, Kristen Wiig, what are you doing?
It's like a complete 180.
And then a SWAT team just like busts through and kills her. And I'm just like,
yeah.
You know that meme where it's like,
yeah,
that was me the whole goddamn time.
Like, why even cast her? Why bring her in for those 2 scenes where the cast didn't even make sense for one?
Maybe she's desperate for
money.
Oh my God.
Why was there a publicist to begin with? Where did that fit in the whole like Christ metaphor?
The other worst part was the whole Catholicism thing. Like, you eat the flesh of Christ.
Oh, that's where I was getting to.
As soon as the baby was born, Jennifer like wakes up and it's gone, and you look straight ahead and Javier has it, and like all these people are like trying to reach up to it because it's like a cult like.
The baby's like crowd surfing with them.
There's pictures of Javier like all over with like his eyes crossed out, and then finally she's like, my baby.
The baby's peeing everywhere this whole
time. I forgot about that part.
He's whizzing all over the crowd, and all of a sudden his neck just snaps.
Yep.
And we just like looked at each other and were like, what the fuck?
What?
And then Jennifer finally makes it through the crowd.
Yeah, she finally makes it through the crowd.
Like, her baby's just like already ground up into like a carcass of meat on an altar.
All the people are eating the child.
Yeah. It was supposed to be like a Christ metaphor of like eating his flesh and drinking his blood.
You don't eat a fucking baby.
Right.
Horrible. This movie was horrible. Like,
and then they made Jennifer into like a rape porn. Because
yeah,
she went ape shit when
they were like
her
beating
kid
her
was
up
killed.
and like her tit like flopped out.
Yeah, her tit was popped out. So she's like just getting the shit beaten out of her.
Yep.
Like she was near death before Javier saved him. And then Javier comes up to her and he's like, we have to forgive them.
Yeah.
They ate your kid, beat the fuck out of your wife, and you need to forgive them.
Right. I mean, okay, I will say that it was interesting. Once I like looked on the internet and like found out like all these metaphors and stuff, it was interesting to see because like, but from an outside perspective of like looking at what humanity's doing to the earth, what they did like throughout the Bible, like these are fucking monstrous people that make no sense. So I mean that's interesting, but it just wasn't an interesting movie.
I feel like if you have to look up all that shit and you can't. If you don't have some frame of reference,
like all there is to it.
Like if you don't understand what's happening while you're watching the movie, and you have to go back and look at it.
No one ever called each other no one ever had a name. It was just
that's another thing.
It was just like baby or like like.
In the cast,
Sir,
literally
something like that,
right? Literally, the cast
rolled, it was like him, her, like
it was him for Javier with a capital H. Everything else was lowercase, so that was like his god status by capitalizing.
So there was a bunch of hims and hers in the fucking.
It's him, and then Jennifer was mother, and then the Adam and Eve figures were man and a woman.
Yeah,
I was like, this is the most pretentious bullshit I've ever seen.
Yeah, fucking Ed Harris was just man.
That sounds fucking mind-numbingly horrible. Like
literally,
I would never want to watch.
We were just with each other. We were like, that was the worst thing we've ever seen. As soon as it was over,
that wouldn't even be worth the money just to.
Like we could have left at any time. Like for like the last like 45 minutes, it was just like, what the fuck?
Well,
like what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Like I was just like, we can leave. Like this is just bad.
Well, like. Okay, we went through the whole movie not knowing nothing had been explained up to this point.
Right.
The movie was 2
hours
long.
That's why I was done. By an hour and a half, nothing had been resolved. Nothing.
At an hour and a half, you were done.
There are 15 minutes left in the movie, and that's when all the baby eating and like everything, SWAT teams and Kristen Wiig assassinating people happen.
All at once.
Like we were bored out of our minds the entire movie leading up to that. And then it was just the mind fuck, and then we were like, okay, well that fucking sucked.
It wasn't good at all.
That what the fuck? Jesus Christ.
And promising people that don't go.
Yeah. It's like a 1 out of 10 for me.
Yeah. No doubt.
I feel like just watching because I saw like a couple of the trailers for it, and I was like, okay, this looks kind of interesting. From hearing from what you guys say, the trailers had more content in it than the fucking movie.
The trailer they did not market this as the movie that actually was. I guess because they didn't know how the fuck to market it. Like, what is this movie even? How do we market this?
The script was written in like less than a day, right?
No, he wrote it in 5 days. If that gives you any hint.
The fuck? No, that's
Remember the part when she's like in the basement and like there's like blood.
Oh yeah. Okay, through the entire movie, there's like a hole in the floor that's like bloody, and she keeps scrubbing it. She can't get the blood to go out.
Yeah,
and it keeps expanding, and it starts dripping in the basement, and so she goes down there, and there in the cellar, there's like just this wall that you can tell was paved over.
Yeah.
And the blood like trickles down and makes an outline over it and like starts melting the concrete. I'm like, what the fuck is this for?
Yeah.
Like they never touch on it again.
Ever.
They have like blood poured into like the little light and exploded. What was that supposed to be?
Yep. It was it was
that oh my god, that sounds like a huge disappointment.
Didn't she like go down there during all like the chaos and like there was like fire or something, or like she got pissed, I feel like? Something happened.
Are you talking about at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, she went down there and there's like a big oil drum behind that wall that had been sealed off, and then she like opened it up and set it on fire and killed everyone in the house.
Yep. That was the very end.
Yeah. Oh, and then Javier like survived that because he's God, and Jennifer's like, "Who are you?" He's like, "You know who I am." And then he just like opens up her chest and rips her heart out. and then like crushes it into a diamond, and the house becomes whole again.
That's the diamond that he leaves on that thing.
Yeah.
Because like remember they dropped.
Are you fucking with me right
No,
now?
no. This is literally the ending.
What? No.
Don't, Chase.
No.
Don't even.
No, I'm not even like that. Doesn't even.
Probably. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't know if I'd say worse than because I really hate Cabin in the Woods. Like I don't know if any of you guys have.
I've seen Cabin in the Woods. It's Cabin in the Woods. At least sounds better than that. Like
Cabin in the Woods is okay at first, but the ending just ruins everything.
Yeah. I mean, like I don't know. Like at least there was like there was more content.
A cohesive
in it.
plot.
And
there was a cohesive plot.
There was
about
an
at least
actual
half the
plot.
movie.
Yeah, and everything was at least kind of explained.
Yeah, still 2 out of 10, but
Yeah.
that was better. Yeah. Although I'm sure all of you have seen it, and you know that it's phenomenal. So.
It was really good.
Definitely,
I liked it.
Definitely go see that.
Yeah,
I want to go again.
Yeah, I'm ready for the sequel. I know me and Jared already. Me and Jared went to go see it together, and we said in 27 years when they make the remake, we're gonna go back and see that one too. So,
Lols.
It's been 27 years since they made the last one.
Yeah. So that one was actually really good. Like
as soon as the movie came on, because I've read the book twice, and I know that it's the 50s.
Yeah.
Book. And as soon as it panned on, I saw like a Beetlejuice and a Top Gun poster, and I'm like, Zach, what the fuck is this? I'm like, it's in the 50s. And then, like, I spoke way too soon, like, you know, because then it panned down and it was like 1988, and I was like, oh, well, that explains it.
Yeah.
Which was cool. I liked it.
Yeah, it was a really. They did a good job casting in this one. Like
they did. I love the Stranger Things kid.
Yeah.
Which one was my soul animal? The guy that made all the mom jokes.
Okay.
The inappropriate kid.
Yeah. That's who I said. I saw that kid. I'm like, this is fucking Zach.
Yep.
This is like out of everybody in this group, that kid right there is Zach.
Yeah.
Ethan's the inhaler kid.
Yeah. Right. Or the Jew.
Oh my God.
No, the part whenever
I already know who you're gonna say I am. Just shut the fuck up.
Well, I mean, Chase.
Yeah.
You know, the part that I wish that they had included from the books, though, this is my one fault with the movie, is that they didn't have the gangbang scene with Beverly.
Oh my God, dude, you would.
Have you?
No, I haven't. I just know about that scene.
You would. You fucking would choose that scene.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. Dude, can you imagine if they had that in the movie?
No.
In the book, no. In the book, it goes from like back and forth, like kids, adults, kids, adults.
Oh,
so I'm really glad that they did like one full. That's
That
if you're gonna split it up into 2 parts,
and they've already confirmed the sequel for.
The end of the movie.
2 years.
Yeah. That's the right way.
Bill Skarsgård was different.
I thought he was a lot better than Tim Curry. I didn't like Tim Curry's.
I liked Tim Curry.
I didn't think it was scary.
Yeah.
It was more of it just like him fucking with them.
Yeah. This one, okay.
He was different. Okay. Like, the way he talked wasn't the way he talked in the book, but it was okay. Like, he was like, take it.
I thought it was creepy as fuck.
Like, that's how he talked.
Here's the thing. At certain points in this was really good for me because I don't get scared easily. Mm-hmm. But there were some points in this movie where I was sitting there and I was like, I've never had anxiety before, but I think this is what anxiety feels like. Just on certain parts.
Clowns don't give me anxiety.
Yeah, I've never understood that really.
What, the fear of clowns?
The clown phobia.
It's not necessarily, like, I'm not scared of clowns. Well, they creep me out, but it's not, like, that I'm scared of them. Yeah. It's just they're creepy, their demeanor, the way they're, like, in your face and everything like that. It's just, for some people, clowns are over the top and they're just creepy as fuck. They're not... They're trying to be happy and stuff like that, but they come off more scary. And that fear usually originates whenever you're a kid, because when you're a kid, a lot of that shit, like all up in your face, bothers you.
Right.
So if you have
carries over into an adult.
Yeah, whenever you have that fear as a kid, it kind of carries over. Yeah. So that's the way that is. But I didn't have a fear of clowns. It's just like some of the shit that was happening. I was just like, okay, this would, like, fuck with me so bad. Like, I would not like this. Yeah. And, like, I want to go.
I'd be okay with it, I think.
Oh, my God. Dude, my favorite part is, like, the rock fight, though.
Yeah.
Like, in the quarry, that was fucking...
So what are some other worst movies of all time?
Worst movies? What's that movie with Will Smith and Jaden? Where...
After Earth.
Yeah, After Earth.
I heard that was awful, but I never went to see it.
I saw... part of it, and it's just it wasn't worth watching, so I just kind of... It was one of those, like, you cut it on, it's on TV. Okay, let me watch this for a second, 5 seconds, 10 seconds in. Nope. And then, like, you just go. Because it's like, it's not good at all. I don't...
But, okay, I heard that it was a sequel to The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Is that true?
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Actually, it's a prequel.
Oh, my God.
After Bel-Air.
Oh my God, no. You know he's playing... Yeah, I think I've mentioned that before, that he's playing in Aladdin. He's playing Genie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this Aladdin, the live-action version of it's going to go.
Yeah.
Because I really like the live-action version of Beauty and the Beast. I think they did a good job with that one. And they did a good job with the Jungle Book, too.
I haven't seen like any of the live action.
Yeah,
they're
Disney's.
both on Netflix. I know that for a fact. Yeah,
so I heard they were pulling all the Disney stuff off of Netflix.
Yeah, they're pulling it off soon because they're
like
starting
next year because they're gonna make
they're making their own streaming service.
All the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, fuck you, Disney.
Like you're a fucking monopoly. You own so many things.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, now
you want us to pay for a whole like
now you have
and people will too because people.
Oh,
are
they will.
Here's the thing.
Definitely.
They have
everything.
They have Marvel. They have
Star Wars.
Yeah, they have Marvel. They have Star Wars. They have all the classics. They have all the new stuff that will ever come out. So you're pulling all of that shit off of Netflix. Yep. Like Netflix might die. Like I'm calling it Netflix.
No.
Netflix has enough like
original
series.
Netflix is not going.
They're not going anywhere.
Okay. Netflix is.
Well, I was thinking.
Very
I wasn't thinking about like the TV series and stuff like that. I was thinking about like usually what I go on.
TV series are doing well.
True. You got a point. Never mind. I rescind my Netflix will be the next blockbuster.
Yeah.
But speaking of which, I actually went to a town not too far away from here, and there was a blockbuster there.
It had to be closed though. The franchise is dead.
I know the franchise is dead, but this bitch looked legit open. Like I could have sworn I saw somebody in there, and like there were cars parked out in front.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a drug den.
Yeah, either it was a front for like the fucking Russian mob or some shit like that, or I found the only living fucking blockbuster that's still available, and I'm just like, jeez, that's pretty fucking...
That's like finding a live mammoth.
So they're giving James Cameron $1 billion to make 4 Avatar sequels.
Yeah! What
the fuck, James Cameron?
Who's asking for 4 sequels?
4? Like, you're James Cameron. Make something else, like...
Make 4 Titanic sequels.
Like, that would be fucking better than Blue People 4 times.
Avatar was a really good movie.
It
I
was.
actually liked it.
I thought
it was 4 more.
It was decent. But I thought
like 2 more maybe.
There's nothing new about it. It just took
like
all these cliches.
10 years ago.
It took all these cliches from different genres and just mashed them all together.
It came out like 2010, 2011. It's been out like it came out a while ago.
I mean, but yeah, that's a lot of movies that come out.
It is, but just there was nothing.
$1 billion.
There's nothing theme wise that was.
I don't think they should make 4. I should make like if they make a sequel, like 1 or 2.
Trilogy.
Right.
Yeah,
like makes 5 fucking movies besides like Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, Star Wars, Lion Witch and the Wardrobe shit. I think
they made 2 movies, but they had 7 books.
I thought they made more. No, wait, I'm thinking of.
There were 7 books. There were 7. Yeah. No, there were 8 Harry Potter movies.
Yep.
Yeah, there was. I don't know. That's here nor there, but.
Oh, while we're on Harry Potter for a second, did you guys see the tweet that J.K. Rowling did a while back about Hermione? She's like, well, I never said that explicitly that Hermione was white. I just said that she had really scraggly hair and all this stuff. And I was like,
wait, so is
J.K. Rowling.
Wait, is she implying that Hermione might have been black?
Yes.
Hermione's black in the live action, like the Broadway version of like the Cursed Child. Oh my God. She's black.
Okay, listen. I was like,
she is.
I was like, we got one.
J.K. Rowling, listen, you approved the fucking cover to Prisoner of Azkaban with a white Hermione on it. You can't go back now and say that she's black. You're heavily involved in the castings of the movie. You cannot go back and say this.
Okay. She doesn't have anything to do with the illustrations. Like,
she approved them.
It was scholastic. Every country has a different...
She approved them.
Every country has a different cover.
Yeah, but they don't approve it without the author's permission.
Yeah, but, I mean, even then, like, there are some, like, even in newer renditions of, like, older shit.
Like, Hermione doesn't look the same on the cover of any of the other ones.
Yeah, like, whenever they...
Yeah, but she's clearly not black.
Like, whenever they remake, like, a fucking movie or if they ever remake the Harry Potter series, they could cast somebody black. They've done that before in different...
They could remake that, sure, and it could go a lot better than the cast they had.
What?
What?
Wait.
Really?
You had a problem with the cast of Harry Potter?
It's okay.
Emma Watson was my least favorite casting. No.
She's obviously the best one.
Yeah.
When it comes to the kids.
I thought it was all great.
I thought it was. I thought they had a solid cast all around. To be honest,
I thought it was just all right.
Who did you like though?
I just don't know. Well, the movies. I don't know. The books can never.
Well, you're never going to be as good as the books whenever you make a movie because you have to cut so much shit out. Like,
I thought they did a pretty close job.
Yeah, like they did a good job, but like, yeah, you're never going to be. A movie will never be as good as a book because a book will.
I disagree. There's some books that are better than movies.
Wait, that's what I thought I was saying.
All right, some movies that are better than the books.
Oh, okay. Well.
Sometimes, almost never.
Sometimes
there might be some
very seldom.
Yeah,
almost
it's
never.
very seldom.
It is seldom. It is seldom.
It's very seldom when a book will be outdone by its movie because they cut out so many details. And if you've ever read a book and then go watch the movie, you're pissed off because either this wasn't included or that wasn't included or some major parts. Some major parts just like get cut out, and like even if you think it's a huge detail in the book. Some people in the casting agency might not think people will like that. So
right, or it just like affects the flow of the movie.
Exactly. So when you have a book, you have everything covered, and like in your mind, I think you can create a better picture of what you're reading personally than what somebody on the screen can like reenact in a book. But that's just like that's always going to be like personal feeling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like J.K. Rowling keeps doing this shit where she'll like go back and make changes to the book just to like be more like socially progressive or whatever. Like when she came out, like
she wrote the book. She came whatever the fuck.
No, she came out.
She can.
No, fuck her.
She came out. Fucking invented all of it. She can do
I don't care. No, fuck her.
If
she wrote the
I
shit.
am okay with a black Hermione.
Did you know that Ron?
She can do whatever she wants, man.
Did you know that Ron was trans?
Look, if she wanted to turn Hermione black, she wanted to turn fucking Harry Potter Asian. If she wanted to make Draco Malfoy fucking Cantonese, I am okay with that.
Yeah, Harry's Asian. No one asked you whether he was Asian.
So racist.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Did you know that half the cast was gay?
Yeah.
Now you're just being offensive.
It was clear that James Potter was a homosexual. Like, shut up, J.K. Rowling. Did you know that
clearly sex with Lily and Harry Potter makes
clearly
him
was
gay.
A cover-up, and him and Severus were lovers, or him and Sirius.
Okay, Sirius, I can say. I was about to say, if you're saying him and Snape got together, you're fucking...
Yeah, no, it was like a hate fuck.
Oh my god. Bite the pillow.
I'm looking at like the list of worst movies. Freddy got fingered.
Oh my god.
I've never watched that.
Sharknado?
I never watched any of the
There's
Sharknadoes.
There's like 7 of those.
How?
I don't know.
How the fuck does Sharknado get multiple movies, okay? The only, like, spoof fear...
Catwoman 2004 with Halle Berry.
God.
Yeah.
The Zohan.
Oh god.
Gosh, we went to see that.
Yeah,
I remember.
I remember we had a big fight about whether to see the Zohan or the Love Guru, and both were fucking abysmal.
And you insisted on the fucking Zohan, and it was shit. And I gave you so much.
But you know what? So was the Love Guru. I'd say that Zohan was better than Love Guru.
I don't think so.
No, just because you have a hard on for Mike Myers
and Justin Timberlake and Jessica Alba.
Whatever.
It had a solid cast. That's why I liked it.
Jessica Alba is like the worst fucking actress in the world, Justin.
In the world.
I have a problem with Harry Potter's casting.
In the world.
But Jessica Alba was sublime, and don't mess with the love guru. Excuse me. No, fuck off. I think Ron should have been casted as Jessica Alba. He was clearly a woman in the books.
This is the bullshit I have to deal with. The Last Airbender by M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh,
that was shit.
Where everyone was the wrong race. Katara and Sokka were white, and Zuko was like Arabian.
Yeah, that
poor special effects.
Okay, like
what were you doing, M. Night Shyamalan?
Okay, here's the thing.
You directed.
If you have like an animated.
You directed Signs.
If you have like an animated like series to where you kind of have like the layout, like it's already been animated.
Bucky Larson.
Everybody has their race
Jack
set
and
in
Jill.
place.
Such shit movies.
That's kind of annoying that like, okay, you're going completely off script with this. Like if they would have,
I mean, okay, they had to condense 20 episodes into like an hour and a half.
Yeah, but at the same time, you have enough actors. You can hire a fucking Asian guy, and even though he's not white, you can hire an Asian guy. They can do just as good.
Right.
Black.
Right.
Like seriously, what was it? Like some people got pissed off because they're like, why are they casting Will Smith as Genie? Well, here's the thing: Genie wasn't necessarily a fucking race. He wasn't Arabian.
I think it's racist that Will Smith is in blueface for this role.
Oh my god. Like, I don't know. And plus, the ideal actor for that would have been Robin Williams, but he's dead, so we can't cast him.
That would have been fantastic.
Oh my god! If that's
think that's what they would have done? Like,
probably.
Yes.
They would have done it.
Hell yes.
I mean, they already have.
I don't know.
They have Gilbert Gottfried in a parrot suit for the live action.
Yes.
No, they don't.
Yeah, just like full size parrot.
Shut the fuck up.
No. If they have like Iago for CGI, whatever it is.
Oh my god.
Yeah. If they have Iago for CGI, they better have Gilbert.
Ranker has Batman and Robin as the worst movie of all time.
Okay, that's a bit far.
Batman? No.
It was the worst movie of all time, though.
No,
like,
it's not
by Twilight. Battlefield Earth.
Okay, I hate Twilight, but it's still not even the worst movie of all time.
No, it's not the worst.
I'd still probably watch that over Mother.
Twilight just sucks. I don't think they'll have Mother on there quite yet because not everybody has had time.
I think enough people liked it. The critics would like it. Like the people that are like in charge of the Golden Globes and all that bullshit. That like
if it wins anything,
it's going to win.
It's going to be movie of the year.
It's going to win like best actor and actress and like all this best director. I guarantee it will.
It's going to win movie of the year.
I guarantee it, dude.
If I will,
Norbit, that movie was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Depending on who you are, a lot of people didn't like it.
The Home Alones were pretty bad after 2.
Oh my god, dude. Wait, Home Alone 3 was okay. Wasn't that the one where? Yeah,
that's when they recasted.
Yeah, I know. I actually like that one. That was the first one I saw.
What?
Yeah, I did. I saw that one, and then I saw 1 and 2.
That's blasphemous.
IMDb bottom 100. Let's see what we got. Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2.
Hey, I liked that movie. That had the best casting of any movie I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
And Javier Bardem, Jessica Alba, Rupert Grint.
Oh god, I can't with you guys sometimes. I just can't.
We'll see you later.
Yeah, I had Matt Damon casted as a baby. That's what landed him the role.
Him down?
That's how he landed the role for Small People.
Did you hear about Chayce this movie with Matt Damon?
No.
Who's his wife in the movie?
Kristen Wiig, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it is Kristen Wiig.
She's picking up some solid roles as of late.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What happened?
The movie is it's in the future and there's overpopulation, so they're like shrinking people down to like this big. And it like shrinks your assets and like you become like a millionaire.
I saw. I heard about.
You pay like $11 and that covers all your food and everything.
Well, because like you gotta think like if you're the size of a fucking breadcrumb, like a small breadcrumb is gonna feed you like for a day or so or whatever. Right. You get a giant ass piece of bread, just slap that down next to you. You're not even gonna climb that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I get
it looks awful though.
I get the premise, movie. But like, oh god,
it's in the IMDb's work.
Okay, I'm getting tired of them turning games like phone games into movies. Yep. Like when they turn Angry Birds into a movie.
Angry Birds actually got decent reviews.
It was a decent movie.
I was surprised by how positive it was.
It was a decent. I saw it. I took my little sister to see it. It was a decent movie.
Your little sister.
Yeah. I took my little sister. Shut up. Okay.
And by that, do you mean your ex-girlfriend?
Too soon, dude. Too soon.
Wait.
Too soon.
Chayce, before I forget, I've been waiting to say this for weeks now because you haven't been at Circle Jerks.
Yeah.
I had a wet dream about you. No.
Oh, what?
I had a dream about you and your girlfriend. Your now estranged ex-girlfriend.
We're still cool, but go on.
She was not who you thought she was.
Okay, continue. I'm interested.
She was not even the ginger that you thought she was.
What the fuck, Zach?
I dreamt that your girlfriend was actually trans.
Oh my god.
But not only that, she was someone that we knew from high school.
Oh no.
She was Brandon
Oh my god, no. Fuck.
And he like went through all this shit like to become trans just so that he could date you.
Why? Why?
That was your dream?
Yeah,
oh my
no,
god.
Legitimately, that was her dream.
Talk about douchebags from
like
high school.
She like told me that, and I was like, dude, I have to tell Chayce this.
Dude, he was a pompous asshole.
He was like,
he thought he was better than people.
I
don't know why.
He was in the Bonnie clique.
Yeah. What made him think that he was
because here's the thing.
Superior to
he was smart.
He was goofy looking, but
he was smart, but
he wasn't in any of the advanced classes.
Here's the thing. He was that smart kid that didn't try. That's who he was. I know that for a fact. But he was just like a pompous asshole about it, and it just pissed me off. Oh my god, that dream. Oh my god, no. Why would you tell me that?
Obama was in my dream last night.
Wait, is that why you guys broke up though?
Well, shut
up. She came out as Brandon?
No. Yeah, maybe. Leave me alone.
Oh my god. Okay, so your wet dream about Obama.
The wound is still fresh.
It's very fresh.
Your mom's wound is still fresh. Okay, your wet dream about Obama.
No, all I remember...
Did him and Biden tag team
I was dating this girl that I work with, and we were in my old room, and like...
And she came out as Obama?
No. And like, all of a sudden, like, Obama was just like, in my house, and like, I was living at my mom's old house, and he was there, and I was like, oh my god, like, I was just like...
Hey there, young man!
I was like, oh my god, like, because I fucking love Barack Obama. So I was like freaking out in my dream, like... That's all I remember.
So did you suck him off, or what happened?
No.
You're
just
like
with you and sucking.
You're just
off,
like, hey, Obama. Yeah, this is my cry for help. My Freudian slip.
Walk through the door right now. He'd just get on hands and knees and just like.
I wouldn't even know what to do if Trump just walked through the door.
I would kick him in the nuts. I would kick him in the nuts and walk away.
Chayce, you would not.
It would cross my mind to do that.
I would be like, hello, sir.
Just tell him to get the fuck out. Like, would you?
No. He comes in. He's like, I'm a big fan of podcasts.
Oh my god!
I wanted to meet you guys.
My god.
It is the best thing I have ever heard. It is huge.
Come here. We need a picture.
Oh my god, no.
I want to bring you three to the White House.
I would not.
I want to be in the podcast.
I would not.
I will sue you.
I will stay. Oh my god. I don't, dude.
Trump would be entertaining to have on the podcast. Come on.
He would be entertaining.
Yeah, he would. We would grill him the whole time. Like, he'd probably get pissed and leave.
True.
Because we couldn't hold back. Like, I'd be like...
Well, no, we shit on each other all the time.
Exactly.
If he was going to be a part of the group, we would have to shit on him, dude.
Right, we'd have to be like,
okay,
listen.
Real question. Do we really want him a part of the group?
I would love that.
Other than the fact that he has a lot of
That's
money.
a once in a lifetime opportunity.
As fuck. Like, that's the only
You want to be home dogs with Trump?
Fuck no.
Okay.
I can honestly say I would never be.
Your people are already calling up to Kim Jong.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Your people. He's fucking American, you asshole.
This is
I'm saying like Dennis Rodman.
Oh my god, we don't claim him.
He's been excommunicated.
I'm pretty sure
all of his actions.
I'm pretty sure he's not from here.
He's not even here.
He's taking way too many drugs. He's gone.
Dude, yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, he came to an interview in a wedding dress once.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's beyond. He's like Jake. He's like Jake B from high school.
And I feel like Trump, like any black celebrity who's gonna support him, Trump's gonna be like, oh yeah, make me seem like anyone you can get.
Kanye, who's gone fucking crazy as shit, supported him for a while. Even Kanye
literally is going insane.
Yeah, and then
Kim's
Kanye
gonna have another one of his fucking kids.
Oh my god!
Like, what is the matter with these people that live in this world?
Okay, let me wait.
Just for existing.
Kim, Chloe, and.
Wait, Kim's pregnant too?
Yeah.
Kim, Chloe, and Kylie are all fucking pregnant.
And it's all by the same guy.
And apparently Kim's been pregnant like for a while, and like people were like suspicious about it, but it's confirmed.
I mean, yeah, that is Kylie's 5 months, and Kendall.
Jeez.
And
how would people not notice after 5 months that she was pregnant?
I think she like went off the radar and only showed like.
But again, those people are famous just for fucking existing.
Yeah.
They had a famous dad.
They're famous for...
Well, Mom, no.
No, he's a dude, though.
Well, no, the Kardashians got famous off of the sex tape.
Do what now?
Right.
The Kardashians got famous. Yeah, off the sex tapes.
Yeah, for sucking Ray J off.
Kim got famous for sucking Ray J off, and then they got a whole show because she...
And then Kylie sucked Ray J off, and that's how she climbed.
Yeah. Oh my god. Apparently she confirmed that she got plastic surgery too, finally.
Shit!
If nobody knew.
You mean
we didn't fucking know.
The Kardashians aren't real?
Fucking knew.
They aren't more silicon than carbon?
Your sister is bigger than a fucking Barbie. There is no way.
Face just so they could,
look
the way they want to look.
I think out of all of them, Caitlyn Jenner has the least amount of surgery.
I think Kendall, the other one, not Kylie, but her sister. I think Kendall hasn't had any work done, but because she actually looks natural, at the very least. But
she might have a little nose or something, but
yeah,
probably maybe less than, because like Kim and like the oldest one doesn't have that much either.
Yeah, no, but
in my opinion,
Courtney,
she's the hottest.
The fatty.
No,
she's really thin now actually, and she's pregnant. She was the fat one. Yeah. I'm talking about Courtney.
Courtney, yeah.
I can't keep him straight, dude.
She's the hot one.
Yeah, Courtney.
Just like they couldn't keep Bruce straight.
Oh
my God, that's true.
True. That's very true.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah. Dude, that whole family is just, why are they famous? Like, fuck.
Right.
We could be like putting cameras on.
Because America's fucked up.
Just like, why is Trump our president?
Oh god.
Because Hillary was the most unlikable candidate of all time. Maybe.
Look, either way, we were gonna get fucked in that scenario. We just got.
I'd take Trump over Hillary.
I would not.
Absolutely.
I would not.
Okay, wait.
After the shitstorm that's been happening, do you think it would have been?
I think he's doing a decent job, honestly. Listen, he says a lot of stupid shit, but like name what policies do you not like about him? What is he actually doing that you don't
Immigration, healthcare, like most things.
Healthcare is the one thing that hasn't been successful.
And it won't be. Like every single
probably
time.
Not.
Yeah.
Two different Republican senators stepped out, and he just goes like Twitter.
Dude,
that's
how
a big
many
thing too. Like he should not be on Twitter.
How much of his administration has he already gone through and like reset?
I don't care. Listen,
what did he call him?
Huh?
What did he call the NFL players? What did he call them? Fucking something.
He called them sons
He called
of
them
bitches.
gorillas.
No, he called them
bitches. That's what he called them.
Yeah, he called them sons of
I
bitches because they were kneeling during.
Like he's just the most ridiculous person of all time.
And he said
Hillary
and
Clinton would have gone up there and like at least acted like a fucking reasonable human being.
Okay, I'll oppose this though. Would you rather have someone that is like charismatic and looks good, like as a figurehead, and then does a bunch of policies that are just shit, or would you like? Trump.
We get best.
Would you like Trump, who just
shitty policies?
His policies aren't even that bad.
They are though.
They aren't.
I feel like we're gonna butt heads on this all day.
I'm not butting heads.
Well, no.
I know all about Trump's policies.
so do I.
His cabinet and how 8 people have already been gone, and he's fired the fucking head of the FBI, and like Trump is a piece of shit. He's the worst president we've ever had. That's just how it is.
Who's the worst?
That's just
the guy before Lincoln. Who was the guy before Lincoln that like basically started the Civil War? Or like Harding, or
Harding only was president for like 3 months and
he was
died.
Fucking awful.
Harding died after being president
He
for
basically
3 months.
caused the Great Depression.
That was Hoover. Hoover was because they called him.
Hoover was already in the Great Depression.
Hoover was president when the Great Depression
He's in like
happened.
28 or something.
He left presidency in like 29 or 28.
No.
Hoover? Yeah, because they called him Hoovervilles.
Yeah, I remember. Huh. He was during the Great Depression. I'm pretty sure it already started. Anyway, there are a lot worse people than Trump. And he's only been in there for like less than a year. I don't think
that's the worst part about it.
Justin, he hasn't even done that bad.
Okay.
We'll
telling yourself that.
We will agree to disagree.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. We're gonna.
No, I mean,
you're either on one side of the fence or you're on the other.
I feel like people are just influenced a lot more by the media than what's actually happening.
Well, no, because
by what he's saying rather than what he's doing.
Here's the thing, though, because
I agree, what he says is just like ridiculous.
Here's the thing: all that other shit that he does is just a smoke screen for all the other policies and stuff, and all the shit that he is like. Whether you like the guy or not, you got to look at what he's doing and then what he's saying as two totally separate things.
Threatening world leaders on Twitter shouldn't happen.
That's common sense.
Okay, who cares though?
I do. Most people should.
You
Twitter. You're a 70-year-old man and you're the president of the fucking country.
Okay, but it's like,
what are you doing?
It's Kim Jong. Like, who gives a fuck? It's not like anything that we would say to him would like change his mind anyway. He's not exactly a rational person.
Yeah, he's a child.
He is a child.
Yeah,
so is Trump, but I mean
that's what I'm talking about, Trump.
I
wasn't talking about Kim.
Well, I'm talking about both of them.
I don't feel me personally as a person, I don't feel comfortable having Trump as our president just because I feel like at the end of the day, things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. Yeah. That's just me personally. And
the country's just like coming apart, it seems, because of him. We're all we can't get along.
I don't think it's because of him, though.
Oh, yeah. It's many other reasons, obviously. But him being the president is causing it. It was like the nail in the fucking coffin for everyone. Like, we're fucked. We hate our lives because...
It's the reasons that Trump was elected that is the real problem.
Right. Many.
The only reason he got elected is because nobody liked Hillary. That's the only reason he got
elected. And they were tired of liberals saying that if you don't side with us, you're a homophobe, a racist, a sexist, and all this other shit.
Most of them are.
That's just a lie, Justin.
Okay.
You can't say that the majority of Republicans are all those things.
Most of them in the South, absolutely.
Okay, well, we will agree to disagree.
It's not a agree or disagree. The South is very, 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 very homophobic and very, very, very racist.
A lot of them are, but I'm saying like there are a lot of people that aren't.
I will agree with Zach on the sense that I do know some Republicans who.
I'm not saying everyone's the same. I'm just saying people who are extreme right are those people.
Well, yeah, okay, extreme right. Yeah, you could also look at the extreme left with Andy.
And that's Trump. Anyone in their right mind who was like, oh, I like Trump. Oh my God. You're a fucking extreme right. Like, nobody likes Trump.
Anyway.
Moving on.
I was going to ask, what do you think about Hillary releasing that book?
I'm probably going to buy it.
Really?
I don't even know.
I think she's a fucking baby, dude. She's a hypocrite. Like, if she had won and Trump came out with a book like that, she'd be like, oh my God, what a sore loser. Like, all this shit. She's such a hypocrite.
We would expect that from Trump, though.
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
Trump's
but I'm saying
books like that.
I'm saying Hillary acts like she's better than Trump. She really isn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna touch on it because honestly, I don't know much about like the book or anything like. Because
it's basically her just making excuses as to why she lost. Oh, here's another thing.
Well, I mean, like, Hillary was a legitimate politician, and he wasn't. Like,
okay, but listen, she was like talking about how she was bashing Trump because he was like, oh, if I lose, then this wasn't a legitimate election. And now she's in her book saying, yeah, this election was tampered with and like all this bullshit. Mm-hmm. And she's blaming it on that. So like, you're literally doing what you're criticizing Trump for, and you're being a fucking baby. Go away. Nobody wants you.
In that sense, she is being a hypocrite, and she is doing that. But I mean, there are some facts out there.
Like, you hate Hillary fucking Clinton so goddamn much. Like, people have like a burning, fiery passion where they wish the bitch was dead, and it's like, why don't you feel that way about Trump? Like, he's just as bad.
It's the thing is, people.
I just don't like the hypocrisy of it, because there are people that like. I don't think like there are many Republicans that actually like Trump and like the things that he says, but we like the things that the Republican Party and the policies that they enact and all that shit. But I think Hillary is more dangerous because she's like good on the surface and she's charismatic and she like brings people around her, but like under the surface she's like doing all this shady shit and.
Well, all that shady shit is happening right now in the White House.
So she's like
Steve
she's
Bannon.
pretty much like
looked at his fucking cabinet, man. They're all shady fucks. Like it's just
Steve Bannon was shady.
How it is. All of them are. Jeff Sessions. They're all racist assholes. Ugh. He's from Alabama.
Oh my god.
And then Mike Pence is a homophobic asshole who in the 80s was still talking about conversion therapy. Like it's just a bunch of winners.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Hillary was against homosexuality before, until recently, until she started running again. But I mean, see, I don't blame her for that, because a lot of people were against homosexuality in the past, and you know, as the societal waves change and people learn more about it, their opinions change.
Yeah.
So I don't blame her for that. The more information you have, the more likely you are to change your opinion. Anyway.
I feel like that's the catchphrase for today's episode anyway.
Yeah. Anything you guys want to add in before we wrap things up?
I think that's good for this episode. I think we touched on a few too touchy topics, and I think we did a good service to this one.
Hillary Clinton is a fucking liar. She should be in jail in Guantanamo.
Literally, don't comment on Facebook.
See you guys.